Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. And as you know from my last video, there isn't a release this month. So I am using this Slam Dunk cut file, and it's an old one, but an awesome one. So it's all about basketball. So I have this cut file cut out in some white cardstock. I've kept all the inner pieces. I've got this cute little photo of Seb. He won an award at basketball, and so I wanted to document that. I'm using the No Limits collection by Coco Vanilla Studio, and because I thought it actually went well with the uniforms of the basketball, especially sort of those blues, and there's some grays, and also this sort of teal color that I do pick out for the letters. So yeah, I really love that paper. So I'm going through the A5 paper stack. I do check out this sort of rainbow stripe, but no, the teal color is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. So I'm using this offcut piece, and I'm going to start by tracing out the inner pieces, so the letters, with a gray lead pencil here. So I'm going to show you what I do. So to back this cut file, because it's a pretty simple one. So I've gone ahead and traced out all the letters. Now I'm just cutting them out. Now I'm leaving sort of a 1 to 2 millimeter kind of edge around that grey lead, just so that it has a place to stick on that cut file. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out all my letters and then stick it down on the back of the cut file. So I've turned my cut file over, and I'm putting, this is art glitter glue, and it's got a really nice sort of metal tip on it. So I'm using that to get a fine layer of glue, and then sticking down the M and just cleaning up a little bit of that excess kind of glue, and that works really well for this cut file. So I'm going to do the A as well, just to show you, because the A has another sort of little inner triangle piece. So I want to show you how I do that. So I'm just trimming that out again, using my glue to run a thin line of glue around there, and then sticking that down. And as you'll see in a moment, I do come back in, I stick the inner piece down, and then I have the sort of inner triangle piece, and I'm going to stick that down. And this is really good to keep that inner piece, so that one can trace around it, but then two can align that triangular piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my X-Acto knife to cut out the center, and then I'm just going to trim it up with my scissors, just to make sure that it's kind of, not going over those lines. And so I'm really happy with that. So there's my cut file all backed. I've used a couple of other different papers for the ball and the backboard of the hoop. Now I'm just pulling out some stickers, and so this one says boom, and I thought that was really good. I've got some of the ephemera pieces here that I'm going to use. I also have a sticker sheet. I think it's from PhotoPlay. I think it's called MVP. Anyway, it's a good one for this, and the colors really match well with this Coco Vanilla Studio collection. So I've just put that orange piece on the dunk that says like a boss. And then I'm going to go ahead and just see what I can use. I wanted to bring in some circular elements because because of the basketball. So I was just using those, that frame on the left-hand side of the photo there, and I like that. And yeah, now I'm bringing in this sticker sheet from PhotoPlay, and I'm going to add a couple of things. I find that one that says first team, but I do come back to it later. I just didn't have anywhere to put it. I found this little guy that's, slam dunking the ball, and I find this ball that says call to the game. Seb's been playing for the last year, and he just loves it. And his little mates, he's made some lovely little friends, and it's so fun. So I'm putting down those trainers underneath that ball on the left-hand side, and I really like how that looks, looking through this sticker sheet again. But while I'm doing that, I will let you know that I've left the link in the description below for this cut file, as well as the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group, where you'll find loads of inspiration. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. I will let you know like all the products that I've used in the details below, and I'll leave some at the end of the video. I will leave some close-ups to this video, but I hope, to this layout. And so I've put down a circular element on the right-hand side now. So I wanted to sort of even that up, and I thought that would be a good spot to journal. And I have come back and put that first team sticker in there, as well as another ball going into a hoop. I don't know what this sticker says, but I tried to make it work a couple of times, but I couldn't get it to work. And I did actually put out up the top, so the whole title is You Slam Dunk, and over the top of that I've put Be Yourself. Some really good little sentiments there. So I'm going to go ahead and sort of stick things down. I'm going to use a combination of some foam squares and also some wet adhesive. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort of stick pieces together, because I do want to do a little bit of mixed media in the background before I stick everything down on this page. So as you can see, I'm using some foam dots and then sticking that U and attaching it to the slam. And so I essentially create, I want to say 3 main clusters. I mean, I've got that guy sort of slam dunking, but and that like a boss, but I don't feel like that's a major major cluster. So I'm going to go in here with some splatters. I'm pulling out my Liquitex acrylic ink, and that is in titanium white. And I really love this on this darker background. It really, I think it really pops. So I'm just sprinkling that around with this paintbrush. I do come in with sort of a feather brush in a moment, because I didn't think that was quite enough splatters. It did leave quite a big splatter, but I kind of felt like that would probably be covered up by the cut file, and it does end up being. So I've splattered that around and I've let that dry, and then I'm coming back in with my cut file and I'll start to stick everything else down. So yeah, let me know if you've got some sports lovers in your family. I know that this is sort of the only basketball cut file in the collection, but there's plenty of other sort of sports style cut files. So go ahead and check them out in the Etsy store. But I'm sticking that down with some wet adhesive, and as you can see, I'm just trying to line things up using my very scientific measurement in my fingers, just to make it somewhat in the middle of the page. The embellishments sort of stick out to either side, so nothing ever looks, fully centered, and that's okay by me. I'm just going to go ahead and put some foam dots on this slam dunking guy and stick him down. And like I said, I stuck the cut file as well as the photo just flat to the page, but I did give some dimension in some of those other elements, which I really liked. So you will see that a little bit better in the close-ups at the end of this video. And again, I've added a foam adhesive to that ball going into the ring. I'm just sticking everything down. So using a combination of wet adhesive, and I've got my tape runner out there. Hopefully that stays stuck down. I don't think there's too much mixed media. I think it should. So I'm just using the wet adhesive here to stick down this frame, this circular frame. And so I'm just sticking that underneath the photo. I didn't actually match my photo. It was just a photo that I printed with that white border. So it did already have a border, and I thought that was enough. Then I'm going ahead and putting some foam adhesive on that called to the game little piece, and I've stuck those shoes flat to the page. Now what am I going to do? I think I come in with some more stickers at this point. Yes, I'm going to bring in some word stickers from these No Limit sticker sheets, and there's quite some good sentiment, so I thought I would use them. I tried to make this tab work, but that wasn't going to work, so I'm just going to go through and pull in some words here. So there's 2 sentiments here that says won't stop, can't stop, which I thought was really good. And then this one that says legit, and that can go down the bottom of my journaling. And then I'm going to come in with a couple of these basketballs and just stick them in those 3. There was a bit of an awkward gap there, so I wanted to stick one of those balls there. And then, I'm just going to stick one near where that journaling is and the first team, and then one up the top near the U. And that will sort of finish off my different clusters. I really liked how that looked. Just a couple more pops of orange, which definitely helped. Now I'm just giving it a bit of a tidy up, and I'm going to come in with some Nuvo drops. This is white. I'm not sure of the exact name of the white, but I will leave it in the description below. And just finish off with 3 drops around each of those 3 clusters. And that's it for my layout. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I'll leave some close-up images, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.